Hello there, CJ. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick tutorial of GoGuardian. It is our tool that we use to make sure that CJ students are using the CJ Chromebooks in accordance with our technology policy, which at its most basic level states that technology is used for academic use only. So you'll go ahead and navigate to teacher.goguardian.com. You can log in with your Google. You will have pretty much a blank screen here. You will not have that arrival like I will. But let's go ahead and quickly add a classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend like I'm doing Tuesday, Thursday study hall. I don't really need to add a subject, so I'll just say other here. And I'm not going to do any of these classroom icons. I'm just going to go ahead and add a classroom. Then it's going to ask you to go ahead and add your email. So if you have your roster with you when doing that, that's great. If you need to do it on the fly, you can just quickly do it as well. Let's just go ahead and pick two students here. James Dotson. Let's do James just for this tutorial. And then you can go ahead and click Add Students. So those students are added. If you go back and click on Classrooms, you'll now see that it's in there. So if you click on the classroom itself, you'll go ahead and be able to say how long it's going to be, what time you want it to end. For right now, let's just do a 60-minute class. You can also apply a scene, which is like if you go ahead of time and create something that says, hey, I only want them on iReady, you can do that. But just know that it's super restrictive and they can't do anything else other than iReady. So oftentimes I don't apply a scene. So we're going to go ahead and hit Start Session. You'll notice that I have my two students in there. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the students' icons to upload. Sometimes you might have to refresh. But essentially what should happen is it should give you exactly what their screen is. You can arrange them by first name, last name, by who's online, who's offline. You can even move them yourself. So that's good in case you're trying to take attendance or something like that. All right, so let's take a look at Mr. Dotson here for a second. So we'll notice he's on iReady. Great, that's exactly where we want him to be. He still needs to log in. However, we also have all these other tabs that are up right here, right? So he's on Cool Math, playing a math game. He's on Minecraft, listening to the soundtrack. He's gone to CGA for some reason. Clever usually will pop up simply because that's how students log in to numerous sites like iReady. But our CGA policy says that the Chromebook is used for academic instruction only, and what's instructed for the students to log on to by their teacher. So if you have not told him to get on Cool Math Games, close that out. We have not told him to listen to the YouTube soundtrack for Minecraft, close that out, and he should not be at the Chicago Jesuit Academy.org homepage, right? Say I want him to be someplace else. I have no idea. Let's just go ahead and say I need him to go to desmos.com for some math thing. I can actually open up a tab for him and actually help navigate him to that tab. But students that say, oh, I'm going on Cool Math to do games. No, unless the teacher has directly said, I want you on this exact website doing this exact thing, students should not be there. Oh, I need to listen to YouTube because it helps me study better. No, you're not streaming YouTube videos, listening to beats, not going to Spotify or SoundCloud or anything like that. I can chat the student directly and remind them, please stay ready, and they will receive that message on their device, and you can see if they've read it, and they can actually respond, and you can have a conversation back and forth with them. Let's go to a different student. Miss Jones, looks like she's on all those things. This unblocked games thing is a common thing. They should not be trying to do that. The IT department does a great job of trying to block the websites that they're not supposed to be on. And we notice that they're on a Google Doc here. And we're not sure what's going on with that Google Doc. So we're going to go ahead and ask them to navigate to that website. And you can see, oh, they're just having a chat. I'm really looking for it. We don't need that. You can close that off. All right. You can also go ahead and lock individual devices by saying like, hey, I need to have a conversation with you. You see me. You can lock that screen and it will literally disable them from browsing. And then they have to have a conversation with you. You can also then go ahead and unlock that. You can also make an announcement to the entire class. And they'll get that chat directly to them, letting them know, hey, here's the announcement. Okay. But that's about it. All the chats can be right here. as well. And then there are some other things on here. You can take a look at timelines of students where they've been on during the duration of that. You can also, if you need to, screenshot what they're looking at, and those get saved right in your screenshots. You can also just check in with students right here. It's another way just to send messages. You can get these off-task alerts, but that's usually dependent on the activity of the device itself. So if a student leaves the classroom, goes to the restroom, comes back, they'll probably get an off-task alert because they haven't been doing anything. Again, everything is going back to here. All teachers should have GoGuardian up when they are proctoring students who are using a CJ device, whether it's a study hall, whether it's a co-curricular, whether it's a class. And then teachers and advisors should communicate with the students and families should those students violate those technology policies. The copy of the technology contract is in the handbook. Please review it. If you have questions about GoGuardian, email either mason@cjacademy.org or it@cjacademy.org. And thank you for helping our students learn how to use technology in accordance with our policy and in a way that's going to help them access their learning materials to the best of their ability.